What if I told you I have 5 systems that save me 10 hours minimum every week? With these systems, I can keep my home cleaner, I can keep it decluttered, I can just keep it running smoothly and way less overwhelming. Okay, the first system took me many, many years to figure out. And when I finally figured out, a lot of things clicked in the house, and it is all about duplicates. There are certain things that you should have duplicates of, and even if you're a minimalist, this works as well, and this will work for you. And the reason why it works is because I think the core of minimalism is truly to make your life simpler and easier, right? And this is going to do that. Just examples of what I do. And I've talked about this one before, but I have a upstairs and a downstairs in my home, and I have 2 stick vacuum cleaners. It has made things so much easier. Now, if I have something upstairs that I need to vacuum, I don't need to go running downstairs and looking for the vacuum cleaner, grabbing it, bringing it back upstairs. It's just so much easier. Or dustpans, having duplicate dustpans. I also keep a bottle of multi-purpose spray cleaner. I make my own. I keep it under every sink in my home. So I keep it in the bathrooms under the sink, in the kitchen under the sink. Anywhere that I'm gonna need it, I have it right there. I don't have to go running around the house looking for it, and I can quickly and easily use it. Scissors. I learned long ago I need to have different pairs of scissors around the home. I obviously have a pair in the kitchen. I have a pair in the bathroom. I have a pair in my bedroom. It just makes things easier. Chapsticks. I have a chapstick addiction, I think. And so I've got chapsticks in my purse. I've got chapsticks on my nightstand. I have one in my car. I just have multiple chapsticks to make it easier for myself. I also have multiple charging stations in my home. Now, if you have kids, it's a little harder to do this because they're always taking the power cords, but we have 2. We have one downstairs and one upstairs. We always know where those power cords are. We know where the charging station is. We tell the kids, we threaten them, tell them not to take the power cords, and then we just have it easier so we're not looking for charging cables and again, running around the house wasting time. The second one is gonna be a little bit controversial. It is to remove tasks. This may sound crazy, but it's going to save your sanity. Let me give you some examples of tasks that you can remove. You don't have to remove these specific tasks, but I want you to use them as examples and think about ones in your own home that you can remove. I used to have it in my mind that I had to clean my bathroom every week. It was just Sunday, clean the bathroom, Sunday, clean the bathroom, and that was the task I did. Well, that means that you're cleaning the bathroom 52 times a year. Why not instead stretch that and clean it every other week so that you're only cleaning your bathroom 26 times a year? If you need a part of your bathroom clean, go ahead and spray the toilet and wipe it out. Go ahead and spray your sink and wipe it out. But don't do a whole cleaning of your bathroom. Eliminate the task of cleaning your bathroom every weekend to free up your time. Also, they say to wash your sheets every week. Guess what? I stretch it sometimes. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Nobody's getting hurt around here. We're all okay. I've said this before. Your house is not as dirty as you think. You don't live in a truck stop, right? So you do not need to be cleaning so much. So figure out what tasks can you remove and eliminate to save yourself time. Because when you spend a lot of your time doing these tasks, it may seem like, well, I'm only spending 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, but trust me, it adds up. More does not always equal better. By the way, if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to subscribe. It's free. Moving on, I have talked about this one before, and I'm gonna go maybe a little bit deeper into it, and it's about automating. So my tip here is to automate the tasks that you can. I'm just gonna give you a multifaceted thought on automating. One of the things is delivering groceries to your home. You can use services that do this, and you can have this delivery set up so you don't have to spend your time going to the store. A lot of times, and myself included, I just buy the same food over and over again. We eat the same things every week, and so I'm constantly going every week to the grocery store and buying the same thing. Well, a lot of places, if you order online, you can just pull up your cart and just reorder the things that you ordered the previous week. It will take you 5 seconds to add the things back to your cart and get it delivered to you. I also use Amazon for a lot of my purchases, and one of the things you can automate on there is you can do subscribe and save. So if you have specific things, shampoo, lotion, things that you use up and run out of, you can subscribe and it's cheaper, and then they just ship it to you automatically. My husband does that with his shampoo, for example. I also just like going to Amazon in general because it saves me a lot of time. If I'm looking for something very specific, I can go to Amazon and find it rather than going to multiple stores. Now, obviously, use this one as you wish. I like to support local businesses, so I try not to go to Amazon all the time. But when there's something very specific I need, I know that I can quickly get it there. Okay, still with this automating theme, let's think about cleaning. How can you automate cleaning? One of the things that I did is I put an air purifier in my home. I'll link the one I have. I really like it. I think that it cuts down on the dust and keeps my home a little bit fresher and cleaner. So that's kind of automating things, making it easier for myself. Obviously, I've talked about robot vacuums. They have robot mops. I also like to automate my cleaning, and I'm just calling this automating, but essentially letting the products work for you. I've talked about dwell time, where you put your product on a surface and you let it dwell for 5-10 minutes at least. That way, you are letting the product do the cleaning for you. You're automating that product and you're just sitting there and the product is doing the work for you. And then you can scrub it and rinse it or just rinse it when it's done. Another thing for automating, of course, is automating your bills, your credit card. Don't rely on remembering to pay your bills. Just set them up so you have automatic payments, and then that way you're never going to be late. You don't have to think about it, and it's just automatic. I used to go in and every month would pay my credit card, and just recently I missed a payment. And you know, when you miss a payment, there's a hefty fee, and I was really mad. So now I've set it up, I've automated it, it just gets paid. I don't have to look at it. It comes right out of my bank account. That way I am guaranteed to not forget in the future. Number 4 is to multitask, but not in the way you think, because I know we've all been told that multitasking doesn't work. It's not a good idea, but guess what? There is a strategic way that you can multitask and it's going to work for you. For example, I like to keep in touch with friends and family, so I want to give them a call. Well, I can pair a call with them, which is something that I have to use my brain for. I can pair that with an activity that does not require my brain. And guess what doesn't require your brain? Cleaning, cooking, folding laundry. There are all kinds of things that you do not need brain power. You are just using your muscle memory and you're doing them automatically. You can pair those activities with other things. Sometimes I will fold laundry and I will be on a work call. Sometimes I will be cooking dinner and I will listen to a podcast that's something in my industry for my job. So if you simply combine something that needs focus with something that doesn't need focus, you can multitask. Okay, so this last one, I don't know who needs to hear this one, but I'm just going to say it. It is to stop thinking and start doing. And I don't mean this in a harsh way, because I am totally guilty of this as well. Because sometimes I'll sit and I'll think about things and I'll think about things, but you know what I'm not doing? I'm not doing the things. I firmly believe, though, that sometimes we get in our own way and sometimes we think about things too much. We overthink about them. We don't actually get started because we're too busy thinking about it. And instead of thinking about it, I say just jump right in and do it. Don't worry about it. Think about it a little. I mean, we don't want to be hasty, but there's no need to overthink it. There's no need to go crazy and analyze and think about and plan and strategize. Just get started. I did make up this weird rule. I'll just share it with you. I call it the 3-2-1 rule. Anytime I have something that I need to do, I will just count backwards in my head, 3, 2, 1. And when I get to 1, I have to jump up and do the thing. I've turned it into this game. It actually works really well. Try it, see if it helps. One of the things I notice is that if I'm in motion and doing things, I am more apt to keep that motion up and keep doing things. Whereas if I just go sit on the couch, I could be sitting on that couch for hours and I will not be in motion, and it's really hard to get myself in motion. I was telling myself this last night because the whole kitchen was a mess. I wanted to get the kids to help me, but they're busy preparing. They've got some exams coming up for school. So I said, you know what, I'll just do it now so they can study. And I started cleaning the kitchen. Then I decided, you know what, I'm going to clean the bathrooms. And then I'm going to put in a load of laundry. I wasn't planning on doing all of this, but it's like a body in motion stays in motion. You know, Newton's whole law of motion. I firmly believe that about ourselves and about the activities that we're doing, it just gives you this motivation when you're forcing yourself to be in motion. It's just a snowball effect. So these are my ideas. I think the beauty of this is that if you do all of these things and you apply these systems, what I think happens is these are just small things and they add up over time and they end up saving you lots of time. In this way, you have a lot more time to yourself. You have a lot more time to focus on the things that you want to do. So I hope this helps. If you want to keep watching, I'm going to link a video here. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.